Hello everybody, it's Ricario, and today we're going to dive into how we can hack Deltarune 2 and change our in-game stats. And now before we get started, we need to do a couple of things first. Number one, we're going to need a program called Notepad++ to actually edit the in-game files. I'll leave a download link in the description. And number two, I highly recommend that you watch the entire video first before doing anything. This will give you a better understanding of how to go about this whole process. Now with those two things out of the way, we can go ahead and get started. To go ahead and get started, we need to find the actual Deltarune files themselves. To do that, we can go down to this little search bar right here, or go to our file explorer. I'm just going to use this little search bar because it's a little easier. And we need to be typing %app data. And if we do that, press enter, it'll take us to this file right here. We can do the same thing in File Explorer. Now, this is actually not the exact file that we need to be in. We actually need to go up here to this search bar right here, you could say, and click App Data. You'll see three files here. Press Local, and there's Deltarune right there. Now, if we click that, these are the files that we're going to be editing today. There's actually a very important thing to note about these files. So, I actually only have two save files on my Deltarune right now, and there's a really good reason for that. So if we downloaded Notepad++ from earlier, we can go ahead and edit with Notepad++. There's the file that we're going to edit today is YouTube, ironically. We just open all of these files here. Alright, now we have two of the exact same file. Alright, and I'll just open my my other one just for reference. This one says Ruku. This is a completely different file. Now you'll see that these are different, but these are the same. We just want to close out of the different one because that doesn't really matter. Alright, so now that we have two of the same file, here's something very important to note. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to edit Dark Bucks. This line 11 is Dark Bucks. That's going to be our money. Let's say I wanted to make it just a crazy number, 9999, infinite money. And if we save that, that's going to do nothing, because we also need to edit this second file right here. We also need to make this one 9999. Alright? So we need to edit both of those files, or it's going to give us an error message, which is definitely not what we want. Alright, so both of these need to be both these need to be edited. Alright, now let's move down to the stats. Now that we know that. This right here from 79 to 83 is going to be Kris's stats. This most bottom one is going to be magic. Going up is defense, attack, max health, and current health. Now, for example, let's say I wanted to make Kris's health just something insane, like 9999, crazy. Remember, we also need to go over here to this file, scroll down to line 80, the one that we're editing, 9999. Now we need to save those both. Now that'll apply in-game. It won't give us an error message anymore. This over here is Susie stats from line 145 to line 141. In this area, this is Susie stats. And from line 203 to 207, that's going to be Ralsei stats. So just for the fun of it, we're going to make all of their health 9999. Right? Just something crazy. Remember, very important, we also need to go over here and change all of these to the exact same thing. Another very important thing to note is we don't want to press enter, because that'll make a new line. That's not good. We don't want to do that. We don't want to change anything else. We just want to change the character. We just want to change the characters themselves. So don't change anything else. Well, now that we got all that, we can go ahead and save them. And now let's hop back in game to make sure it actually worked. Alright, now that we're back in game, let's see if it actually worked. And would you look at that? We have all maxed out stats. Now the first thing you'll notice is we're all pretty low here. We all have like 120 health or something crazy. But we can just go over here and just save, and that heals us all back to full health. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. I'll try to get to everyone as soon as possible. But yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys another time. Hello guys, it's future Preston here, and after a bit of testing after I made the video, I kind of found a couple of things out. So I tried doing where, oh man, if you press enter, you'll corrupt your game or whatever. You'll get an error message. That actually does not happen for some reason. It seems like the game knows that is a blank space and that we shouldn't want to ignore it. So that is, I guess that's fine if you do that. But I have found that if, let's say you're adding some of these stats over here, and you're changing this current stat, and then you press enter, and then fill it with something, like fill this with something, you actually corrupt your game, like, severely. Like, I've had varying results. Like, I'll just go ahead and open Deltarune and show you guys some of the results that I got. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this is the result that I keep getting. We are really big. We still have our Dark World costumes on, you could say. Everyone's really big. And I think my game just crashed. So, yeah, don't do that.